Hey everybody, welcome back to Sang. This is Intermediate Scratch, lesson 5. Alright, let's start with our lesson then. So first we have our review. So, feel free to pause the video here and answer these two questions. When do we use the block stop all? And how do we make it look like the ghost is swapping directions? Okay, I'm going to go over the answers now. Make sure you pause the video if you haven't answered them yet. When do we use the block stop all? It's when we win or run out of lives. And how do we make it look like the ghost is swapping directions? By changing the costume and moving in the opposite direction. Okay, good job. Now, we're going to create our own thumbnail. If you remember, this is one of our requirements for our game. Right? You can use pictures from the internet or draw your own, and there's many cool fonts available with vector art. Make sure that your thumbnail sprite broadcast game start when it's clicked, sorry. If you remember broadcasting, then you're going to create a new message that basically says game start, or you can just use message one if you like, and broadcast that. So here's some examples of thumbnail sprites. You can see that we have some that look uh, drawn, right? But then there's others that could be, imported from somewhere else. It's all up to you depending on whatever you want to do and whatever fits your program or your project, right? Now, how to make a thumbnail sprite. You want to create a sprite and not a background. And you're going to draw your thumbnail like the examples. And the last side, if you remember how to draw your sprite, basically or draw your thumbnail, sorry. Basically, you just want to do making your own sprite if you remember the platforms and your own sprite and like the background. Basically, do that. Uh, Delete the entire sprite or start with the draw tool and just use the fill and pen marker to draw everything. When you're drawing your thumbnail sprite, though, if you look at these thumbnails, right, notice how they're all filled up. You don't want anything behind, so you want to take up the entire space, all the space possible. Alright, so draw your thumbnail right now. Feel free to pause the video here because I will be moving on. Okay, so next, this is the code for our thumbnail. Right, we have to have a when this sprite clicked, broadcast game start, and then hide. So you see this special event block activates the code when the player clicks on the sprite. So whenever you click on the sprite, it's going to activate all the code below it. We are not going to start with the when green flag clicked. Then we're going to broadcast game start. This is to send let everybody else know that the game starts, because otherwise we wouldn't know, and we'd just be moving and accidentally lose lives. When the thumbnail might still be on. All right, and then the hide block basically hides the sprite, so you won't see it anymore. If you can remember, when we did the example project, when you click on it, it disappears, and we can start the game. So an important thing to notice is, since the thumbnail is broadcasting start, you have to make sure that all the code for your character sprites and all the platform and stuff like that is started with receiving the broadcast, not the when flag clicked block. But for the other sprites, it's no matter how for your main character, it does. Alright, so recap, you learned about creating a thumbnail for your game. Yeah. Alright, so that's good. Now, make sure if you have any questions or concerns, problems with your code, which you probably shouldn't since it's only 3 blocks. But if you want some extra time or you just want to consult some teachers, we have office hours open for you, 4:15 to 5:15 on Tuesdays and Sundays. And yeah, they'll be there to help you if you ever need it. Thank you for watching today's video, and have a good day.